This is the only way you overcome the works of Satan. Ephesians 5 verse 2 says, and walk in love as Christ also has loved us and gave himself for us, an offering and a sacrifice to God for a sweet smelling aroma. 1 John 3 verse 16 says, by this we know love, because he laid down his life for us, and we also ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. How many of you are living? How can you? Oh God. It's so painful today because you can't delay your life. You can't die in the place of your fellow brethren. Instead of you, we even plan for him to die. We just time. You here. As you are sitting down, you plan for your fellow brother to die. You here. Look at you. We're not talking about outsiders. Look at you. Even you looking at me right now. You plan for your fellow sister to die. You use his name and go to Suburb in order to snatch away his husband, to snatch away the one that want to marry him, to break his relationship. You that are watching at me, you plan evil against your fellow brethren, and you say you love Christ. You lie against your fellow brethren, and you say you love Christ. Fire will burn you. Fire. As you are looking at me, fire will burn you, as you don't want to repent. You are going to false leaders, false prophets, falsehood to destroy others. Are you a man of God? You were a man of God, right? I don't know, you were a man of devil, a man of demon, and you are destroying the people of God. You can't tell them the truth. Listen to me. Fire will consume you. You will know there is a difference between a prophet and a false prophet. You curse people. When people stop coming to your ministry, you curse them because of your immorality. You are abnormal man to man, iron to iron, gate to gate, pillar to pillar. So the laughing matter. That's why you see our husbands are pregnanting people. If I start screaming now to begin to talk, you see how many babies our husband have outside without the husband, without the wife know you. When I begin to check, you see how many abortions our women have done outside without the husband know you. Secretly. In the corner, up your way. If I start opening the thing I was hiding the secret now, even the one your husband have not known, everybody will be crying. Now here. That's why you need to have spiritual eyes. How about our husband who have committed a lot of abortion outside? I don't want my wife to know. You pay the money very easy. But how much are you giving your wife in a week for you to prepare food in the house? Say, honey, you must manage this one. You know there is a way we'll have a better week this week. The week was not, it was so dull. What you have cannot be enough for you. Matthew 12 verse 50 says, for whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother. Matthew 12 verse 50. For whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and my sister and my mother. How can we do the will of the Father? John 14 verse 21 says, he who has my commandments and keeps them, it is he who loves me. And he who loves me will be loved by my Father. And I will love him and manifest myself to him. Acts of the Apostle 10 verse 42. And he commanded us to preach to the people and to testify that it is he who was ordained by God to be judge of the living and the dead. Who judge everything. How do you love God? You have to keep his commandments. But why is it difficult for you to obey? Why? Just ask yourself. It's just a matter of decision. Decide. Just decide. When they have a good family today, it will switch you. Tomorrow it will still scatter. Because you are not loving God, your heart is not in God. Somebody can still come and steal your husband away from you because you are too much sleeping and eating pap. When you eat McDonald's, you eat a KFC, you relax very well. You forget that you have to pray. Then how have you used prayer to cover your children? When you wake up, you're like, my son is having headache. My son is having ear problem. But when the son slept in the night, nothing happened to the son. You don't know that enemy is moving.